Right, so first off, I'd like to give our praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders, teachers, apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers, out there, pushing this word of the Lord in all sincerity, in all honesty, right? Speaking out there, speaking 100% truth. Is a little impromptu, if you will, right? And I was watching a video the other day just to tell you how I came up with this video. With two men, I'm not sure which country it was. It seemed that we were speaking Spanish. So lucky I cannot post the video because of the graphic content. YouTube will flag it if I do. But I can just give you a brief synopsis of what took place. So based on what we saw in the video, we don't know the motive, definitely, but it's two men, hacking each other to death. Literally with machetes, going at each other. One of them, they both succumbed to the injuries and gave up the ghost, right? But it was a graphic sight, it was really graphic, and they were hacking away like back in the medieval time, or back in the wars back in ancient days. That the scripture said, scripture put it, they said that the battles of wartime were fought with garments rolling blood. This is that's how these men were fighting. I say I can't post the video because it's very graphic and YouTube will take it down. However, just watching it and just thinking, what must have been going through the minds of those men, after the little scuffle ended, right? They were both alive for a period of time, and just thinking about things from their perspective and them saying, was this worth it? Was this fight worth it? Was the reason behind why we end up in this situation worth it? Right? And I'm sure that even before they perished, they were saying, this was not worth it. Right? One of them lost their hand, in the beginning of the hacking, his hand, flew off. The machete went right through. And even he must be saying, I lost my hand, and for what? And this was before he died. I lost my hand, and for what? Was it worth it? Right? But you see, the time that we're going in, if you brothers must be noticing, and other people watching, you must be noticing that as the time go on, the days literally been getting more evil and evil. The acts of that, as you said, the acts of man, wax worse, right? And people resort to violence so quickly. But not saying that people have not always been resorting to violence, because that has been a thing. What I'm saying is that the scale on which is happening, I know if you notice, the Lord is making these things be seen, right? The whole videography, idea of videography, been putting these things out there from social media, as I said, like YouTube and so forth. People just videoing on their phone and sending it around, right? It's going out there, so we actually witnessing some of them gruesome ways of the Lord of judge, right? But I want to focus this video more on brothers, and some situation like this, because we've been here, we're there amongst these people, right? And things are gonna come up, right? Things are gonna come up where you're gonna be put to the test in certain situations, where you're gonna get upset, you're gonna get angry, right? And you're gonna feel the need, to react or address certain situations, with some level of aggression sometimes, right? But what we need to do as brothers, we need to exercise what the scripture call temperance. I'm gonna get that scripture first, but the scripture I see I have up here highlighted is Proverbs 16 verse 32. It says, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city, right? And that is very important right there, to rule your spirit, right? To prevent yourself from acting impulsively, right? The scripture also said, make not haste in time of trouble, right? And part of not making haste is ruling your spirit, right? Keeping yourself under control, right? And one of the things that really helps, with that, is fasting. It helps you to keep yourself, in check, right? It helps you to focus more and, and learn to deprive yourself of certain things, right? And not only fasting from food, right, but fasting from things you like fasting from sex, right? That can work miracles, right? In terms of your self-control, in terms of your temperance. I can tell that personally, right? It really helps. So just to go again, the he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty. Now, we as brothers in this truth, naturally we're supposed to be slow to anger, because we're supposed to be operating from the standpoint of understanding rather than ignorance, right? We're supposed to be operating, as wise men, knowing and understanding the construct of the Lord, how it works, right? In terms of, who's the main operator behind what's going on, right? We're supposed to know is the Lord, right? So whatever situation come up, we should always take the standpoint of trying to understand that situation from the Lord's perspective, right? And doing this, you do two things. One, you're exercising the fear of the Lord, right? And two, you're beginning to understand that, hey, listen, whatever takes place, right, is the Lord is the one who's causing this to happen, and you must have a reason behind it, right? The scripture say, I can just go over there really quick. This is my personal, favorite scripture. If you come out here, the brothers will tell you. This is my favorite scripture. Right? So it says, let me just highlight it so you know exactly where I am. It said, and we know that all things work together for the good of them that love the Most High, to them who are called according to His purpose. Right? So everything that's happening around you, even the man, that gave you a bad drive, maybe almost running off the road, right? If all these things that happen, right, is for your benefit, right? It said all things work together for good to them that love the Lord. So once you come in that bracket of loving the Lord, then what other things might happen to you is just to that sake, right? Hey, it's just a billion, right? And the first thing we need to do, and the first thing we need to do, right, is fear the Lord, and the next thing we need to do, accept whatever the Lord does, right? We need to stop. You can't be kicking against a prick. You need to accept that. Listen, whatever take place is the Lord is the one who's doing this, right? It's just up to me being in the simulation to try to understand what's going on and why, right? And trust me, that is much easier said than done. But you know what? But just to come back on this level, we need to exercise self-control, right? Because as I said, these situations are gonna come up, right? You're gonna have this situation at work, on the road day to day. You're gonna have confrontation with your woman, right? But we just need to approach this thing, from a standpoint from the standpoint of the Lord, so you can exercise temperance. Matter of fact, let's jump to that scripture that speaks about that. It's Galatians 5 and start 22:19. So we can start at 19 and go down to of course the point is at 23. Okay, fine. Let me just start from verse 19. Alright, so this is Galatians 5 verse 19. So now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, adultery, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envy, murders, drunkenness, revelry, and such like, of which I tell you before, as I've also told you in the past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Shai. But the fruit of the Spirit is joy, love, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, godliness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Now the word temperance here, I actually have a thing open for it. The word temperance here, right? It's from the Greek.
Strong's G 1466. Ekrateia.
Ekrataya, right? And it breaks down here. It says self-control. The virtue of one who masters his desires and passion, right? His sensual appetite. So that says it perfectly. You need to master your desires and your passions. You need to get yourself under control. Now you need to also master your impulse, right? The impulsive behavior, right? You might be out there, even on the road teaching, and somebody come up and say something that you don't like, and you find yourself, getting aggressive, like you want to get in a brawl. No, we're not supposed to be in that spirit, right? We're supposed to be exercising, that self-control. We need to keep ourselves, compact and together, right, with a level head, right? Right. So I guess that is that and that, right? I hope this video is edifying, and you brothers, keep holding that faith, get yourself, let's exercise that temperance, right, as we move forward through this evil time. Shalom.